All right, what you got there, man?
So we got a custom ordered. They were just produced. This is the second or third one produced from Street Driven Performance from Vladdy. So a big big Cadillac.
Vladdy?
Yeah.
Is that Vampire?
Vladimir Guerrero.
Oh. Well, what is it?
Well, hold on.
Boomerang?
Yeah, we're eating like the Duggars at a buffet, baby.
What? Oh my God. Like Jim Bob Duggar? Them's the people that went to jail.
He didn't.
Wait,
His
that's
son
the dad.
did.
But one of the sons went to jail for having, you know.
Yeah, no Diddy.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, dude.
Well, show them what we got. Looky here. We had how much horsepower you think?
Chat rooms say about 950.
All right, so basically, you've ordered something for Old Pearl.
Yep, Old Pearl got new wang on her.
Whoa.
New and improved.
Okay. Let's check it out. Oh, shoot. That looks a lot better than old John Finley's, huh? I mean, no offense, John.
Look at that bad boy.
That dude looks good.
It does.
So it's going to be a factory bolt-on? That's where
Mhm.
you're holding bolts on, and then you put some tape on it, I guess, just to help it seal?
Just some 3M all the way around.
Oh, man. Well, let's see what you got on here now. Oh, shoot. So that's just a stock color match unit.
Yep.
So that's going to look totally different. Hold it up there and let's just kind of get a comparison. Oh, yeah.
It's going to look real good on.
That's a real accent piece. Next thing you know, you're going to be getting all this here and then the front.
Yep. And then there's carbon fiber chrome deletes that we could buy, but I'm broke boy.
Well, one piece at a time. That's all right. Well, man, what do you think? You want to rip that one off, put it on there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And who's this by?
This is Street Driven Performance. So usually the only one you can find for coupes are from one brand, and they're about $1,000. This one's definitely more affordable. Around the, I think it ended up being somewhere around like $320.
Yeah.
So,
And actually looks real nice.
yeah, real carbon fiber. They make a bunch of pieces for Corvettes, Cadillacs, everything.
All right. Well, let's pull that old one off and see how this new one fits, and maybe we can get another shot of it completely assembled.
Step one, take that out. We did that.
What is that?
The handle. It's bolted in. You had to take the bolt out.
Good job.
We did that. I did
Yep.
that. And then we got to unclamp these clamps in here.
So basically,
Those
we got
just
to
pop out.
pop out these clips that hold the panel that goes onto the trunk lid. That's going to give us access up to the bolts to take out the factory spoiler. So let's go ahead and pop the rest of those clips out, and we should have access to the bolts. All right, so his clips are out. These little protective deals that go over the arms of the trunk, just pull those back, and then that should allow the backing board or the cover to come off. Now, one thing you might need to do is take this plastic cover off here. That should pop off. And you may need to get a tool, but it came off with your hand. So once that's off, there may be another clip up in here somewhere. I bet you there's another clip up here.
Hold on. I think there's a clip. I think this clip went back to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Got a clip there, and I'm sure there's going to be some clips on this backside line. So just reach in there and feel where the clip's actually going to be. The clip!
I don't think so.
Well, something's holding it, so yeah, no clip. Okay. Hot dog.
Okay. We get it.
Yeah, I've worked on Cadillac ATSVs all my life.
Yeah. Not a big deal for me.
Now we can just pull off the panel here. Just gotta have a little bit of clearance. Pull it up. Come up with it. Just slide that up. It's got a split in it, so it can be removed. All right. right, so that's the first part of it. And then we can actually see up here in the top, yeah, you can actually see the bolts that's used to hold, well, that's the light, so right above that should be the bolts for the spoiler. And actually you can see, I don't know if I can get it up in here very well, but you can see the little plastic dowels right here. These plastic dowels are what's used for the spoiler right there. So we're just gonna have to get those removed and we should be able to go ahead and pull it off. So this thing, it just uses the push pins and double-sided tape that holds it on. So we're gonna actually put some tape around the edges, and then we'll use a little pry bar to kind of lift it up and separate the double-sided tape. And once we get that off, we should be able just to clean up the surface. The new one actually uses bolts in those tabs, in these tabs here. So we'll actually have bolts that can go back in there, and then it also uses double-sided tape on the edges to make sure it stays down. But once we get this thing off, we'll prep it, clean it, and put some new double-sided tape and be able to mount the new one. All right, so we put a little bit of tape on there just to keep from scratching it up. We're gonna use them little plastic pry bars that we have just to kind of break the seal loose on the double-sided tape. We'll lift that off there. If it's too tight, we can got the heat gun, we can put a little heat to it. Make sure we don't pull off the clear coat or anything, but we're gonna pull that off and then prep the surface and be ready for the new one. We wound up getting the heat gun on it. The double-sided tape's pretty tacky. Yeah, so it's finally off. Okay, let's see the backside of that thing, Blaine. So you can see where it's got all the little push pins that go across the deck. Now when we go to bolt this up, we're using about, what, 4 or 5 bolts that are made onto the aftermarket spoiler. So anyways, we'll use some bolts on there and we'll use some double-sided tape. But look how nasty this looks underneath here. I guess I can turn off this heat gun. Here, hold it right there on the end.
No.
Oh, it's hot. All right, yeah, it's pretty gross. So what we'll need to do now is we'll need to take and use our, whoo, that thing's hot too. But we wound up using the heat gun and some plastic pry bars, and it was able to pull it right up. But you can see it's got all the residue on here from the old tape. So what we're gonna do at this point,
got to get the wheel out.
Yep, we got the wheel that we can put on there on the drill, and it'll just chew this right off, and we'll clean it off with some alcohol. We're ready to go back on.
Yep.
So we got Blaine set up with our 3M eraser wheel with the Milwaukee gun. Now we ought to be able to eat that off there. And actually, if you want, we can go ahead and take the tape off, because it's going to wind up rubbing into that tape anyway. And the wheel's not going to, shouldn't damage any of the paint. It's pretty soft. So let's just go ahead and pull that off. And then that wheel, we'll probably make pretty quick work of it. And then, like I said, literally it's just alcohol.
Did you not put that tape on to help us guide? Well, I guess it's got bolts. So.
Yeah, the bolts are just going to locate it here in these holes. And then we'll put double-sided tape on it, set it down, and be good.
You can't see it. There we go.
Look at them.
Ah. Got my hand.
Yeah, those, I've already burnt my finger. This old boy making some real progress now. He's about to got it figured out.
Yeah, we're eating like the Duggars at a buffet, baby.
What? Oh my God. Like Jim Bob Duggar? Them's the people that went to jail.
He didn't.
Wait,
His
that's
son
the dad.
did.
But one of the sons went to jail for having, you know.
Yeah, no diddy.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, dude.
Well, show them what we got. Looky here. We got a mess. Right now we're taking off all the tape. He's got most of it off. We still got to get a little bit more. We got to get out that alcohol. Clean it up.
Rubbing alcohol.
And we're almost there. And old Pearl gonna be shining like new money. Thanks to who makes this again?
Street Driven Performance. Vladdy.
All right, take this alcohol and rag and let's wipe this residue off, and we'll test fit it and then make sure everything's going to line up, and then we'll set up our double-sided tape. Get this puppy mounted. It's probably going to add, how much horsepower you think?
Chat rooms say about 950.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I better do a new wing on mine.
Yeah, you usually go bigger wing and just power keeps coming to you.
Is it like that mullet?
That's part of the big wing gang.
Yep. What'd that one say? For every person that grows a mullet over their shoulders, an angel gets its wings. You're welcome, God.
I don't know if that's right.
It is.
That's a blame.
Doing his work on the world.
Good Lord. All right, got it all clean. Of course, you can see a little bit of staining in there, but that doesn't matter. We're just looking for a good contact for the 3M tape. That's just some old staining from years of dirt. But anyways, now we're ready to test fit it. Just make sure it looks good, and then finish it up. We took the hardware out of the spoiler so we can actually set it on here. So let's see what it's gonna look like. Because the bolts have to come up through the bottom.
So we're flipping a little.
It looks like this side over here needs to go forward.
There it came. Oh, it'd probably just rest up or something on there.
Get a shot of this other side. Let it just sit there, see if it'll set. Looks pretty good, don't it? One thing is, if you notice, this didn't here, it didn't come up as far up as the old one.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, we're really going to have to clean that up really good,
Mm-hmm.
because you can see those lines. If that's the case, but I'm wondering if the bolt holes are lining up, because if they're not, it's probably going to force it to move it forward. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the best thing we could do is we probably need to hold it in place, raise the rear deck up, and see if the hose are going to line up. Because if they're not, what it's going to do is force us to pull that forward and cover that up. But if it's hitting the back of the trunk, it really can't go forward any, can it? Yeah, so I think we're going to have to clean them holes.
Oh, nope, they're lining up.
Yeah, they sure are. You can see it right there.
Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, see, these holes are lining up really good.
Yeah.
You can see it actually right in there. So what that tells us is that's where it's going to be.
Yep.
So it's going to have just a little bit. Actually, it's not even a lip there, really, is it? Yeah, it's molded to that. So we just need to clean these edges up. Okay, just to get some of these dirt marks off of the original one. Let me see if I can get in here real close to see it. Yeah, you can see it right there now where the old one lasted. So this new one, it doesn't quite cover this lip. So we got to make sure to clean that off real good. So now it will look more like this here. We done a little sample deal and it removed it all. So we're using a little bit of 3M polish, real fine. And actually we probably need to use this on the whole car. Clean it up real good and do a good machine polish on it, and then do a good sealer, a good wax. How's it coming?
It's coming along just great. My life's awesome. I'm in debt putting on a spoiler.
At least you're not spending your money on drugs.
Spoiler alert! Oh god, I'm not supposed to do that. My drugs are on back order.
Oh gosh. Hey, you probably could have got a lot of drugs for what the spoiler cost. It wasn't that bad though, right?
Whatever, dude. Inflation's pretty high. Drugs are expensive now.
Say no to drugs, dude.
Say no to have fun. Oh yeah.
How'd the polish work for you?
The polish worked great.
Are you working for the company?
What company?
Never mind. Anyways, it got everything off there. It looks real good. All right, deck lid's all clear. Got the double-sided tape on the back.
Yep.
All right, so we're ready to put it on there and go ahead and set it down. We'll get some screws. We'll line it up. Go ahead and get the screw started before we tack it in.
I don't have the screws. Mom.
We'll just need to make sure that we have our, make sure you got your ribbon out so it can be pulled. There we go. So that way we can do it. And we're just going to put the bolts in just to kind of line it up, kind of guide it. Then once we have the bolts in, we can loosely pull off the...
I can't get those in there, buddy. I need a tool or something.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I got that wrench. But
Where?
once we get them in and get them started, we should be able to remove the double-sided tape and then tighten it on down. Well, it's all on. You can actually look and see the fitment right here. And it's actually really good. You can see it. The spoiler actually covers and hits every body line almost perfectly, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
In a spot where it's not going to, you know, bother the paint or cause any problems. Obviously, we're going to need to get a better video in the daylight, but man, what a difference. Well, what do you think? Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Got everything put back together. Got it on. It's actually washed this time, but boy, look at the fitment on there. It looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. It looks good.
It gonna rain.
What?